The kitchen felt stifling, as if the air itself had thinned and I'd forgotten how to breathe. I stood frozen, Mike's phone gripped in my hand, staring at a picture of my wife, Emily. She was smiling in a way I hadn't seen in months, her hair draped over one shoulder, her eyes sparkling with secret that didn't belong to me. The timestamp was 3 weeks old. 3 weeks ago, on a night she'd told me she was working late. My thumb trembled above the screen, the weight of what I'd uncovered pressing into my chest like stone. I hadn't been snooping. I'd only borrowed Mike's phone to call mine, lost somewhere in the house after a long day. Mike, my co-worker, my friend of 10 years, had passed it over with an easy grin before stepping out for coffee. I wasn't searching for anything, just a number. But there it was, tucked in his gallery. Emily, dressed in something unfamiliar, standing somewhere I didn't recognize, glowing. My pulse thundered in my ears, drowning the low hum of the refrigerator. Then I heard the front door click. Her voice followed, warm and casual. "David, you home?" Her footsteps crossed the hardwood, each one coiling a knot tighter in my gut. I set the phone down on the counter, her face still bright on the screen, and turned. She stepped into the doorway, froze. Her purse sagged in her grip. Her eyes darted to the phone, then back to me, and in that instant I caught it, a flash of guilt, sharp and undeniable. "Why is your picture on his phone?" I asked, my voice unsteady but low. Silence. She didn't speak, didn't breathe. Just wide eyes, trapped and searching. The quiet pressed in around us, heavy and suffocating. I wanted her to laugh, to brush it off with some harmless explanation I could cling to, but she didn't. She stood there, lips parted, like the truth was too heavy to pass through them. My heart pounded, each beat a question. How long? Why him? How did I miss it? 7 years. That's how long Emily and I had been married. 7 years of late-night talks, shared dreams, slow mornings where she hummed softly as she made coffee. But lately, cracks. Smiles that didn't last, distance I tried to dismiss. Her phone always flipped face down. I told myself it was stress, her new job, the long hours. I excused the late nights, the weekend errands, the way she tensed when I touched her unexpectedly. She's just tired, I told myself. It's just a phase. But in that moment, those excuses crumbled like dust. I thought of Mike, his easy laugh at the office, the way his gaze lingered when Emily dropped by with lunch. "Good to see you, Em," he'd say, tone too warm, smile too knowing. I had brushed it aside. Mike was just charming. That's who he was. But now those moments replayed in my mind, poisoned with clarity. "Say something." I pressed, my voice breaking. The phone sat between us like evidence. Emily's eyes flicked to it again. She swallowed. I don't know what to say, David." Her voice was a whisper, fragile, like one wrong word might shatter everything. "You don't know?" My hands shook as I stepped closer. "That's you, Emily, on his phone, smiling like you're happy. Happier than you've been with me in months. So, tell me, why?" Her lips quivered. She turned her gaze to the window above the sink, to the maple tree outside swaying in autumn wind. We'd planted that tree together when we bought the house. It had been our symbol of a new beginning. Now it mocked me. "It's not what you think," she finally whispered. "It's complicated." Complicated? The word was poison in my mouth. "Don't say that. Just tell me the truth. Are you with him?" Her silence was louder than any admission. The floor tilted beneath me, the air gone from my lungs. I wanted to scream, to demand answers, but all I could do was stand there, staring at the woman I loved, watching her slip further away. The next hour blurred. She sat at the kitchen table, hands clenched together, while I paced, my questions spilling like blood from an open wound. How long? When did it start? Why Mike of all people? Her voice shook as she answered in fragments. 6 months ago. A company event I hadn't attended. Mike had been there and they talked. Just talking, she insisted at first. Then it was texts, calls at night, stolen moments. She swore it hadn't gone far. "Nothing physical," she pleaded. Her eyes begged me to believe. but the softness in her voice when she said his name cut deeper than any affair the body ever could. "I was lonely, David," she cried. "You were always working, always distracted. I felt invisible." Invisible? My voice rose. "I was working for us, for our future. You think I didn't feel alone too? But I didn't run to someone else." Her sob cracked the air like glass. "I didn't mean for it to happen. I love you, David. I do. I got lost." I wanted to believe her. God, I wanted to. But that image, her smile on Mike's phone, seared itself into me, a wound that wouldn't close. I sank into the chair opposite her, gripping the edge of the table. The cool wood beneath my fingers was the only thing grounding me in a world spinning out of control. The days that followed were agony. I couldn't look at her without seeing that photo, without hearing her excuses. We drifted through the house like strangers, speaking only when necessary, voices clipped, movements careful. I still had Mike's phone. I couldn't bring myself to delete the photo, as if keeping it would help me make sense of chaos. When I finally confronted Mike at work, my voice was low, strained, controlled. His face paled, but he didn't deny it. "It's not what you think, man," he muttered, the same words Emily had used. "We're just friends." But his eyes betrayed him, flickering with something dangerously close to shame. I wanted to hate them both, to burn in anger, but love doesn't die easily. It clings stubbornly, even when broken. I still saw Emily, the woman I married, the one who laughed with me under the stars, who held me through my father's funeral. I saw her in the way she stirred her coffee, in the way she tucked her hair behind her ear, and it destroyed me. One sleepless night, I sat in the dark scrolling through old photos. Us at the beach, her smile free and wide. Us on our wedding day, her eyes locked on mine as if I was her world. Then a shot from last year, her laughing in the backyard, sunlight catching her hair. I realized I hadn't seen her laugh like that in months. My phone buzzed. A text from an unknown number. "Check your email, David." "I'm sorry." My stomach dropped. I opened my inbox. An email from Mike, sent minutes ago. No subject. Just one line. "She's not who you think she is." Attached was a screenshot of their text. Not harmless messages. Not innocent. Words that gutted me. "I can't stop thinking about you. I wish I could leave him. I love you, Mike." The timestamp, 2 days ago. My hand shook. The truth crashed over me like a wave. Emily hadn't just gotten lost. She had chosen. She had walked away from us, even as she lay in the bed down the hall. The woman I loved was gone. In her place, a stranger who had lied to my face. And yet, even then, my chest ached for her. For us. I looked down the hallway, toward the bedroom where she slept, unaware of the storm about to shatter everything. The question wasn't if I could forgive her. It was if I could survive. Do you want to make it a screenplay-style script with scene/action/dialogue formatting? Or keep it as a narrative monologue style like this?